Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, January 9th at 11:03 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 703 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump News, Live, Twitter ban sees Republicans rage as furious Pence not speaking with President. Latest message from North Korea's Kim meant to light a fire under Biden administration, experts say. Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737 passenger plane feared to have crashed in Indonesia. Trump resigning would be in the best interest of America, Senator Cardin. GOP Senator Josh Hawley was isolated in a corner of a secure room with no one talking to him or acknowledging him during Capitol siege, WSJ. Feds arrest more rioters including FL man pictured with Pelosi's lectern. Georgia's GOP governor under fire after U.S. Senate losses. A complete timeline of chilling adventures of Sabrina co-stars Ross Lynch and Jess Sinclair's relationship. Twitter blocks dehumanizing Chinese embassy tweet claiming Uyghur women are no longer baby-making machines. India apprehends Chinese soldier for transgressing border. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Department of Justice announces charges against man carrying Pelosi's podium and others in U.S. Capitol riot, CNN. Releasing more vaccines for first doses could create more problems than it solves, The Washington Post. Live updates, GOP Senate cannot take up Trump impeachment until day before Biden inauguration at earliest, CNBC. Kim Kardashian, sisters mark last day of filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians, officially sobbing, Fox News. Queen Elizabeth, husband Prince Philip received COVID-19 vaccinations, Fox News. North Korea's Kim threatens to build more nukes and bring U.S. to its knees as Trump's term ends, NBC News. Coronavirus updates, CDC director calls Capitol riot a surge event for pandemic, Queen Elizabeth gets vaccinated, USA Today. Senator Josh Hawley becomes public enemy number 1 on Capitol Hill, NBC News. NFC wild card, Seattle Seahawks place Jonathan Bullard on reserve COVID-19 list, field goals. 11 million lockdown in China's Hebei province to prevent spread of new coronavirus outbreak, NBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Shirtless, horned Capitol rioter and QAnon enthusiast has been arrested. Man who drove through crowd of racial injustice protesters avoids prison. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip received COVID-19 vaccinations. Man photographed carrying Nancy Pelosi's lectern at riot arrested. He's on his own, some Republicans starting to flee from Trump. Progressives urge Joe Biden to think big after Senate wins. Meryl Streep, Stephen Colbert stun each other with strange stories about Nixon. FBI looking at whether rioters with zip ties planned to take hostages, report. He's going to be more unleashed and unhinged than ever. Jeopardy! Pays nostalgic tribute to Alex Trebek as his final episode airs. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Traffic stop turns up a cache of drugs, 3 arrested. Friend of woman killed recounts final moments. Anonymous winner claims $1 million prize. Sledding hill named after 91-year-old cheater. Man faces 7 years for break-in, theft of stakes. Auto thieves targeting Dodge Challengers, Chargers. Omaha woman gives birth while in COVID-19 coma. Teens charged after stolen car crashes into tree amid chase. Leather bracelet raise money for victims. Young boy down with rare COVID-related disease. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. More than 150,000 are fully vaccinated in the U.S. A muted Trump faces an impeachment threat next week. For Trump and the nation, a final test of accountability. Facing backlash, Republicans confront Trump's effect on their party. Twitter's ban on Trump shows where power now lies. Indonesia Boeing plane crashes into sea, the latest updates. The American Abyss. How Trumpism may endure. Hong Kong website dogs think police gets blocked, raising censorship fears. In the cold and rain, India's farmers press their stand against Modi. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Film festival sending someone to a remote Swedish island to watch 60 movies in 1 week. Florida not wasting vaccine like New York, prioritizing elderly, Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez. Conservatives, others claim Twitter removed thousands of followers. Puppy Bowl and its furry competitors to return this year, despite pandemic. Brit Hume, Twitter's reasons for banning Trump are pure editorial judgments. Hilaria Baldwin's stepdaughter embarks on journey to find peace following heritage scandal. Rep Cawthorn, big tech censorship of conservatives sets dangerous precedent, trust busting needed. Dr. Mark Siegel, speeding up COVID vaccinations, will Biden's reversal of Trump policy help or hurt? Kim Kardashian, sisters mark last day of filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians, officially sobbing. Queen Elizabeth, husband Prince Philip received COVID-19 vaccinations. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, January 9th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Dominion voting sues former Trump lawyer Sidney Powell for $1.3 billion. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh says he'll fight for working people and labor unions as Biden's labor secretary. Economic lifeline to small businesses, next round of PPP loans on their way. Doctors make medical breakthrough in treating severe cases of COVID. It's disgraceful, black woman attacked during pro-Trump demonstration in DTLA. Homeless man gets life-changing reward after returning woman's lost wallet. Stimulus check latest, have the chances of a $2,000 payment improved? How does the 25th Amendment work? Congresswoman Mary Miller apologizes for quoting Hitler in speech outside Capitol, accuses others of twisting her words. Dodgers legend Tommy Lasorda dies at 93, one of the most memorable personalities in baseball history. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Cenk Tosun denies celebration after scoring goal against Rotherham was politically motivated. Stay-at-home dad, 36, with history of drugs is arrested for stealing Nancy Pelosi's lectern. COVID clash on Clapham Common, police confront anti-lockdown mob chanting take your freedom back. A full English lockdown, Met Police probe officer spotted flouting COVID curbs inside London CAF. Coronavirus Bristol, mass vaccination center stands ready to receive its first patients. Is Katie Price making another mansion mucky? Model's rental property is seen strewn with rubbish. Flatterless people, Prince Harry could have earned our respect as an inspiring COVID vaccine hero. Jack Dorsey banned Trump's account during his vacation in French Polynesia. Britain records more than 1,000 COVID for 4th day in row. Revealed, how you can recreate restaurant favorite pizzas at home. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Pope Francis plans to get coronavirus vaccine, calling it ethical obligation. Arrested Zimbabwe journalist in prison isolation over COVID. Indonesian plane with 62 aboard missing, fishermen spot possible debris. Tales from the jab, how people in 6 countries got their vaccines. As Biden promises to hurry vaccines, a UK experiment could be a test case. The mysterious murder of an Afghan election monitor sends a chill through Kabul. Snow blizzard kills 4, brings much of Spain to a standstill. Pakistani Shiites end protests, hold funeral for 11 miners. French vaccine rollout slowed by red tape, focused on elderly. At a Yemen hospital racked by U.S. funding cuts, children are dying of hunger. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus will hive news, Pope to have COVID vaccine next week, UK deaths surpass 80,000 after 1,035 recorded. Honduras president took bribes from drug traffickers, U.S. prosecutors say. FA Cup 3rd round, Blackpool knock out West Brom on penalties, as it happened. Ireland has contained South African COVID variant, say health officials. A gold rush for Neil Young will leave little left for younger artists. Rebecca Nicholson. U.S. Capitol attack, Trump at bay as first Republican senator calls for resignation. Art markets, New York bodegas in watercolor, in pictures. Insurrection, the day white supremacist terror came to the U.S. Capitol. This is Africa's generational cause, says Uganda's election challenger. You got to stay silly, secrets of joy from the over 70s. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Alleged lectern thief, horn helmet suspect arrested in connection with Capitol riot. Quick-moving storm to bring heavy snow to New Mexico, Texas. Man who allegedly broke into Pelosi's office charged with 3 federal counts. Fire in Western Indian hospital kills 10 infants, 7 rescued. Boeing plane goes missing in Indonesia with 62 on board. Investigators combing through massive U.S. Capitol crime scene following riot. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Storm Filomena, heavy snowfall closes roads in Madrid. Capitol riots, the hunt to identify and arrest the rioters. Hezbollah denies any role in production of amphetamines. Philippines, thousands attend Manila mass, people told to avoid. Storm Filomena, Spain sees exceptional snowfall. Fire at India hospital ward kills 10 babies. Kim Jong-un pledges to expand North Korea's nuclear arsenal. Google suspends free speech app Parler. Trump riots, Democrats plan to introduce article of impeachment. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Capitol riot live updates, man photographed carrying Pelosi's lectern arrested, FBI looking for man in Senate with zip ties, tactical gear. Jake Ongeli, who wore fur hat and horns as mob raided U.S. Capitol, arrested and charged. New York Democrats demand Trump impeachment. Madrid resident survey records snowfall. The day in pictures. This was really big. Far-right extremist groups used Capitol attack to recruit new members. Today in history for January 9th. DC riot updates. Capitol rioters are being identified, arrested. Twitter permanently suspends Trump. Rap blue on Trump, doing nothing not an option. Seattle Senior Center hit by COVID-19 gets vaccine. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA County Christmas coronavirus surge worsening, coming days will be critical. COVID-19 vaccine rollout painfully slow to nursing homes and other long-term care facilities. Newsom's budget targets reopening, reviving public schools and universities. The 101 coffee shop was my diner around the corner, before COVID-19. Former Councilwoman Joan Milk Flores, who represented San Pedro and Watts, dies at 84. 3 Sri Lankan nationals charged in U.S. court with aiding 2019 bombings that killed hundreds. LA ambulance crews struggle amid bottlenecks, surging call volume. Newsom rejects tuition increases for UC and Cal State but proposes more funding than expected. After lagging start, Newsom promises 1 million more California COVID-19 vaccinations in 9 days. Black woman describes terrifying attack by Trump mob in LA, I'm thinking I'm dead. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, January 9th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. UK government refuses to publish list of airstrikes in Yemen involving civilian casualties. 3 arrested after endangered gangs. River dolphin beaten to death in India. Iran's Revolutionary Guard unveils missile base amid U.S. tensions. Huge sinkhole, about 22,000 square feet across and 66 feet deep, opens up outside Italian hospital, COVID patients evacuated. Astronomers just discovered the oldest and most distant galaxy ever. COVID-19, Queen and Duke of Edinburgh receive first doses of their coronavirus vaccinations. Brazilian women head to Argentina to avoid abortion ban. Bat warning issued after officials detect 3 cases of the virus in Queensland in 1 month. Indonesia plane, Boeing missing after losing more than 10,000 feet in less than a minute. India detains Chinese soldier at flashpoint border. Boeing 737 loses contact during flight in Indonesia. Reports are coming in that contact has been lost with SJ-182, Sriwijaya Airline, shortly after takeoff from Jakarta. The Boeing 737-500 was 26 years old. Twitter takes down China's baby-making machines tweet on Uyghur women. Sri Lanka, authorities have destroyed a memorial to the genocide of Tamils built on the Jaffna University campus. This is one of many memorial sites that has been destroyed over the past months. Chinese general who refused orders to attack Tiananmen protesters dies at 86. The next headlines are from Forbes. New Massachusetts law will decertify rogue cops, revoke their immunity. Bridgerton just pulled off something incredible on the Netflix top 10 charts. Where's Trump? President vanishes from public view in wake of Capitol attack. Jacob Anthony Chansley, photographed shirtless and wearing buffalo horns in Capitol, among those arrested after insurgency. Lupin, new Netflix original series from France with a charismatic leading man. Box office, Godzilla vs. Kong and Dune are Warner Bros.' riskiest 2021 releases. This new streaming report shows that HBO Max is gaining on Netflix, Amazon and Hulu. Seahawks vs. Rams NFL playoff schedule, bracket, TV time, odds and picks. Seattle police officers under investigation for involvement in attacks on U.S. Capitol. Dallas Mavericks player tests positive for COVID-19, 2 others quarantine. The next headlines are from Nature.com. COVID research updates, quick treatment with antibody-laden blood cuts risk of severe COVID. Search for better COVID vaccines confounded by existing rollouts. Daily briefing, 2 arthritis drugs cut the risk of death from COVID. Ice bathes Pluto in a blue haze. How to make a 3D map of a genome as it looks inside the cell. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,678,241,807 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Antonio Sabato Sr., Italian-American actor and father of Antonio Sabato Jr., dies at 77. Parler app booted off Google Store. Apple also threatens ban after pro-Trump violence. Football, TV's biggest game, makes massive play for smaller crowds. Grizzly II, Revenge Review, an infamous abandoned film gets finished off. Crack, Cocaine, Corruption and Conspiracy Review, an eye-opening look at the crack epidemic, a tragedy that was hyped and exploited. Jamie O'Hara, Grammy winner for Judd's grandpa and member of 1980s country duo The O'Kanes, dies at 70. Zendaya and John David Washington could make Oscars history with Malcolm and Marie. Cherry, Tom Holland tackles his most mature role yet for an Oscars play. Celebrities respond to Trump's ban from Twitter. What the FK took you so long, Jack? The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Now the world gets to see the difference. BLM protesters on the Capitol attack. 3 charged in Capitol break-in, including men identified in viral images. Coronavirus is surging. How severe is your state's outbreak? Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Why some Georgia voters split their ballots between Democrats and Republicans. Indonesian passenger plane with 62 on board goes missing minutes after takeoff. For some new Americans, Capitol attack was an echo of turmoil they hoped to escape. Twitter permanently suspends President Trump's account ahead of Inauguration Day. Rep. Jamie Raskin on the life and legacy of his son, Tommy Raskin. Injections of second coronavirus vaccine doses have begun. The following headlines are from the week. Republicans' arguments against second Trump impeachment vary. Liz Cheney's political capital has risen significantly in wake of Capitol riot, colleague says. House reportedly planning to introduce article of impeachment Monday. 10 things you need to know today, January 9, 2021. Indonesian passenger plane with 62 on board goes missing over Java Sea. Shouldn't Wall Street be more concerned about the Capitol insurrection? Twitter silences a dangerous president. Twitter permanently suspends Trump's account. The week's best photojournalism. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Lone Star, Mr. Cruz goes to Washington. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. Celebrate the Perseverance rover landing with NASA Student Challenge. NASA extends exploration for 2 planetary science missions. The next headlines are from Universe Today. These bizarre cloud patterns are von KRMN's vortices, caused by the air wrapping around tall islands. Stellar flares may not condemn a planet's habitability. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, January 9th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. The long decline of Arctic sea ice. The beauty of winter 2021. View from space, an outburst from Popocatépetl. When will the age of Aquarius begin? What are degrees, arc minutes and arc seconds? The Sun in 2020. Planetary trio, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, low in west at dusk. The next news is from Politico. The war between Silicon Valley and Washington takes a new turn. How at real Donald Trump changed politics and America. Man shown carrying Nancy Pelosi's lectern at Capitol riots arrested. Election gambit blows up on Holy and Cruz. Opinion: there's a term for what happened at the Capitol this week, whitewash. McCarthy and Scalise face internal dissension after Capitol riot. Wake up, America, this is who we are. Hey, Twitter, are you sure about this? Trump's existential threat, how to keep GOP in line without Twitter. Trump went ballistic after being tossed off Twitter. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Lobbying in a pandemic, how Canberra's influence game changed in 2020. Pope Francis to have COVID-19 vaccine, urges everyone to do so. Pope Francis astonished by assault on U.S. Capitol. The Queen and Prince Philip received COVID vaccines, Palace. The latest illustrations from artist Matt Golding. Best of Cartoons, January 10, 2021. Pence refuses to renew Trump for another season. We deserve to tell the stories of our unique lived experience. Faith's column, when a child is born, we can learn about God's love. The Safety Slam, the Australian Open's bid to reassure us all. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Americans are losing confidence in the housing market as COVID-19 pandemic rages on. After one hell of a year, 10 New Year's resolutions to stay on top of the world in 2021. Financially fragile Americans during COVID-19 have difficulty answering these 15 money questions, can you? Dispatches from a pandemic, COVID-19 upends classrooms and fewer people study to become teachers, but the class of 2020 are fearless. Economic preview, the bad news keeps coming for the U.S. economy, but it might not be as bad as it looks. Keywords, man who called 2008 stock market top says we are in real humdinger of a bubble. The debt is like a shadow over you. These activists pressured Obama to forgive the debt of scam students. Now they have a new demand for Biden. The Moneyest, I plan to buy new tires for the winter. I didn't get a stimulus check because I owe back child support. Will I get one this time? Biden administration to extend student loan payment pause on day 1, transition officials say. The Moneyest, my elderly father was physically abusive and will leave his farm to my 2 sisters. Should I contest his will? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. IP protection vital for innovation, New Straits Times. Sri Lanka Femtech advances by mass wins global recognition, Economy Next. Don't let Google add patents to win, IP foe tells Gilstrap, Law 360. Eddie's World documents the inspirational story of a legendary toymaker, Jewish Journal. Acacia Research Corporation, ACTG, source 3.79% on January 8 equities.com. Functionality trumps user experience for patent eligibility of software patents, an overview of Simio, LLC FlexSim Software Products, Incorporated, JD Supra. 2 UF professors elected to National Academy of Inventors, University of Florida. Longtime MOFO IP litigator jumps to kill Patrick Townsend the recorder, Law.com. Samsung escalates Ericsson 5G royalty fight with US trade case, Bloomberg. Elon Musk becomes richest man on same day when inventor Nikola Tesla died 78 years ago, India TV News. The next headlines are from Quartz. African countries are turning to Russia, India, and China for COVID vaccines despite skepticism. Self-care is helping retailers stay afloat. If China no longer wants to be the world factory, who will take its place? Shopify is arming the rebels against Amazon. Photos, Africa's nature parks are in the midst of a pandemic-induced conservation crisis. London lost a chunk of European stock trading this week. What will it lose next? Where to read Donald Trump's tweets now that Twitter has closed his account. There isn't going to be a post-Trump pivot at Fox News. Republicans courted violence at the U.S. Capitol by ignoring this key law. Why a Nobel laureate is backing Bobi Wine's bid to be Uganda's president. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Not easy, not unreasonable, not censorship, the decision to ban Trump from Twitter. Content moderation case study, SoundCloud combats piracy by giving Universal Music the power to remove uploads, 2014. Identifying insurrectionists is going to be easy, thanks to social media and all the other online trails people leave. That's a wrap. Tech Dirt Greenhouse, broadband in the COVID era. 8th Circuit strips qualified immunity from cop who pulled over a driver for flipping her off. Daily Deal, the complete 2021 Learn Linux bundle. In his last 2 weeks, Ajit Pai finally finds a backbone and refuses to move forward with Trump's ridiculous 230 attack. 6G hype is already getting stupid, when 5G hype hasn't even finished disappointing us yet. Snowflake Josh Hawley seems to think the First Amendment means Simon & Schuster has to give him a book contract. PSA, if someone doesn't accept your friend request, do not threaten to kill them and kick in their front door. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Boeing 737. Bundesliga. Buffalo Bills. Seahawks. Neo Day. Mega Millions. Bob's Burgers. NFL playoff schedule. Parlerap. LaMelo Ball. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Horned QAnon shaman Capitol invader arrested on federal charges as law enforcement cracks down on rioters. Twitter quitter, UFC's BMF champion Jorge Masvidal hints he's leaving Twitter after Donald Trump booted off social media platform. Renowned Russian physicist behind first Soviet nuclear bomb dies aged 101. Indian cricketers subjected to racist abuse by Australian fans during Test match in Sydney. After Capitol Hill riots, children rat out their right-wing parents to the media. Chelsea keen on Leipzig defender day up in the Canoes club looks to strengthen again after spending spree, reports. Spaniards skiing and dog sledding on Madrid streets as freak blizzards kill 3, videos. Pope to be vaccinated against COVID next week, labels opposition to jab suicidal denial. Notorious rioter who carried away Nancy Pelosi's lectern during Capitol siege arrested in Florida. Stop making these damn Bolsheviks rich, Ben and Jerry slated for condemning white privilege riot on Capitol Hill. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Crispy chicken sandwich wars heat up. Elon Musk tweets use Signal, unrelated penny stock soars 1,200%. Russia turns attention to U.S. after winning oil war with Saudi Arabia. U.S. reports another daily case record, COVID deaths in UK, Germany top 1K, live updates. The tyranny nobody talks about. How Bitcoin hits $100,000 next, Morgan Stanley boosts stake in MicroStrategy, opening the floodgates. McConnell lays out how second impeachment would play out in Senate. The boot is coming down hard and fast. IRS sent millions of checks to the wrong bank accounts, tax preparers claim. Indonesian Boeing 737 crashes into sea shortly after takeoff. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Beyond Capitol riot, Trump voter fraud claims leave their mark. Will Bitcoin be the currency of the future? Dozens of stranded Syrian refugees rescued off Albanian coast. U.S. diplomat visits Western Sahara after Morocco-Israel deal. Canada's first province-wide COVID curfew coming into force. Can U.S. democracy recover? French jets fly over cars, tens of thousands flee vote tensions. 6 months on, most COVID patients still have at least one symptom. Deadly snowstorms cause chaos across Spain. Qatar-Saudi land border reopens after Gulf crisis détente. The next headlines are from Breitbart. 3 Pakistani Christians charged with blasphemy for alleged Quran burning. Man accused of carrying Pelosi's lectern through Capitol building arrested in Florida. South Korean court orders Japan to compensate World War II sex slaves. Joe Biden's DHS nominee raked in millions from big tech, Wall Street. Houston Chronicle editorial board calls for Ted Cruz to resign, done with the drama. Twitter purge, conservative social media personalities report losing thousands of followers. Poll, 53% say better for the country if Congress works with Biden administration. Finland sees slowdown in coronavirus infections but deaths increasing. Denmark to roll out coronavirus vaccine passports early this year. 2 tons of cocaine seized in Caribbean during air and marine interdiction. The next headlines are from UPI News. Stop for a salad earns North Carolina man a $100,000 lottery jackpot. Watch, Indian athlete does 85 4-finger push-ups in 1 minute, sets record. Watch, ring-tailed cat removed from Colorado home's boiler room. British men earn Guinness record for trip on scooter and sidecar. Cat reunited with owner after 11 days in airport ceiling. The next headlines are from OD, strange and bizarre things. 5 things to look forward to this year. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Joan Baez turned 80 today and shows off her masterful paintings in live streaming art exhibit tonight. Air pollution laws may have saved over 1.5 billion birds in American skies, finds new Cornell study. NJ Congressman Andy Kim began cleaning up litter inside the Capitol at 1 o'clock in the morning. I am honored. COVID-19 vaccine distribution tracker lets you see where U.S. doses are going. Family farm in Maine couldn't make it after restaurants close, until the neighbors showed up. UK opens its first geothermal plant using heat from the earth to power 10,000 homes. Japan is building wooden satellites to cut down on space junk. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, January 9th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Florida men robbed graves of veterans because they had stronger spirits, sheriff says. Scientists claim black holes are made of collapsed universes. NJ school evacuated after student brings uranium. Public school boy dropped 97 heroin wraps from buttocks when stopped by police. Major Biden gets inauguration party to support animal shelter. Woman's body discovery that sparked police search turns out to be a large potato. World unluckiest burglars pocket dial police during robbery. The UK's new HG Wealth coin features numerous errors, including a 4-legged tripod. The nuclear lighthouses built by the Soviets in the Arctic. Veneta, the fanciest dessert of the 90s, is back. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. If you want to start 2021 with a new career, this training can help you log up your dream job. It's 2021, and the Netherlands still invests millions to support cycling. Donald Trump has been permanently banned from Twitter. Sony's new AI-powered TVs mimic the human brain. This 15-course Mickey collection will make you a better photographer almost overnight. Nope, facial recognition didn't spot Antifa members at U.S. riots. Georgia unveils the first self-charging solar roadway in the U.S. How startups are using XR to disrupt how we work, learn, and play. Porsche taken dethrones Tesla Model 3 as the fastest theft across the USA. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Nanoparticle vaccine for COVID-19. Jellyfish create a virtual wall to enhance performance. Tiny wireless device sheds light on combating obesity. Chandra X-ray Observatory studies extraordinary magnetar. We hear what we expect to hear. Single-dose COVID-19 vaccine triggers antibody response in mice. How Iron Man bacteria could help protect the environment. Invisible stem cells evade natural killer cells using immune off switch. Scientists paint multicolor atlas of the brain. Tasmanian tiger pups found to be extraordinary similar to wolf pups. The next headlines are from Information Week. Are no-code and low-code answers to the dev talent gap? DevOps, watch out for these 5 common snags. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, January 9th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA, FAA partnership bolsters American commercial space activities. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Governor Spencer Cox promises to speed up COVID-19 vaccinations in Utah. Joe Biden urges Republicans to emulate Mitt Romney's integrity as they rebuild after Trump. Bayou's Zach Wilson is projected as a top 10 NFL draft pick, but how did he get here? Dakar Rally, a dangerous adventure for St. George dirt biker. Justin Bean carries Utah State over New Mexico, 82-46, for season sweep of Lobos. The triple team, Jazz outgun Bucks from deep to set new franchise record for threes. What RSL's recent long-term deals say about the trajectory of the club? Utah men's basketball begins critical 4-game, 8-day home stretch with number 17 Oregon. Yuppie reunion, retired Utah preacher gets back 4 of her dogs. Why there are fewer cars now on Salt Lake City's 400 South. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. The case against Section 230, the 1996 law that ruined the Internet. Boeing 737 with 62 aboard crashed after takeoff from Jakarta, say authorities. How will America's investigators identify Capitol Hill protesters? Researchers are closing in on the universal flu vaccine. Identical twins are not so identical, study suggests. Equifax acquires fraud prevention company Count for $640 million. Google launching a new Nest Hub in 2021 that uses solely for sleep tracking. Google suspends Parler from App Store, Apple give 24-hour warning. Dog domestication may have begun because paleo-humans couldn't stomach the original paleo diet. Intel talks with TSMC, Samsung to outsource some chip production. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. St. Louis teen missing since Monday, mom begs daughter to come home. Endangered missing person advisory issued for 38-year-old Monroe Company, IL woman. St. Louis Metropolitan Police officer recovering after being shot in the line of duty. Did you have a lucky Mega Millions ticket? Check out Friday's winning numbers. Trust the science. Local doctor address COVID vaccine concerns for Black and brown community. Messages from Trump backers prompt Missouri GOP resignation. 13 charged in federal court following riot at the U.S. Capitol, investigation ongoing. What we know about the 5 people who died during Wednesday's Capitol riot. Senator Durbin says Capsule mob stole files and computers from lawmakers. Senator Blunt, democracy has to be honored. It's not for sissies. When you lose, you lose. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Indonesia jet carrying 62 goes missing on domestic flight. 2 Seattle officers placed on leave in probe into Capitol mob. Member of famed Tuskegee Airmen dies from coronavirus. White man seen in viral photos grabbing black woman at pro-Trump protest was helping her escape, police say. City files case against an warehouse party organizer. Jeopardy! Bids farewell to longtime host Alex Trebek with tribute on his final episode. Federal judge blocks Trump administration sweeping asylum rules. Google removes right-wing app Parler from App Store, Apple gives warning. Former Padre pays respect to late Dodgers icon Tommy Lasorda. Another record, San Diego reports 4,550 new COVID-19 cases, 33 deaths. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Google clams down on ads for spyware, stalkerware. Terms of use. A lot of challenges, Billinger, Wasing or look ahead to 2021 Con, legislative session. U.S. Hack of federal agencies likely Russian in origin politics. A Spy X family NMA could bring a whole new audience to Shonen. How to hack an iPhone remotely without the passcode, IMC Group O. Spy stock is headed higher over time. The Galaxy Report CIA's spy for planet Earth to behemoth beyond space and time the Daily Galaxy. Don't use Telegram's new people nearby feature. Spy, 40 years of investing wisdom in 4MinuteStockNews.com. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Saudi fighter jets escort US B-52 heavy bombers amid Iranian activity in region. U.S. Army discloses ways to protect its aircraft from missiles. Legendary VH-3 Sea King is one step closer to retire. Lockheed Martin adds $1.28 billion for global F-35 fleet support. Northrop Grumman confirms that France to purchase E-2D advanced Hawkeye aircraft. British F-35 fighters to get miniature cruise missiles. U.S. Air Force MiG-130J Spec Ops transport practice formation flying in Japan. Russian Army to receive more Tu-S-35 Koalitskaya SV self-propelled howitzers. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Whiplash on Wall Street after Chinese telecom delistings, Alibaba and Tencent investment ban threat. Chinese company skewered for sexist ad that victim blames women for wearing makeup. Wartime mode, a COVID-19 dispatch from Shi Jiajing. Your name engraved herein, forbidden love in 1980s Taiwan. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, January 9th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Historic snow blizzard kills 4 in Spain. Missing cat returns home after 6 years, comforts nurse battling COVID-19. Mega Million swells to $600 million after no jackpot winner. Indiana family buys home frozen in the 1970s. Dwarf giraffes discovered for the first time. Authorities arrest Tampa Bay man seen stealing lectern during U.S. Capitol riot. IRS urges people to watch mail for stimulus check envelopes. Florida seniors spend night in cars waiting in line for COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. The latest, Bills lead Colts 7-3 after first quarter. Jets interview Panthers OC Joe Brady for head coaching job. Devils goalie Corey Crawford retires on eve of NHL season. Coronavirus metrics in Illinois show positive trend in Saturday numbers. Cars of Hope donates vehicle to needy family Saturday in Naperville. Schwarber reportedly signs 1-year contract with Nationals. The search for eagles on the Fox River. Believe Project, $100 to woman who started a non-profit to feed the needy. Man who shot postal worker sentenced to 16 years. Suburban COVID-19 cases rise at long-term care facilities even as vaccines begin. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Inslee activates Washington State National Guard for opening of 2021 legislative session. Washington Senator Patty Murray calls on Holy Cruz to resign for supporting Capitol rioters. No more free parking. West Seattle Junction will soon require payment for parking. Here's how Seattleites should prepare for an earthquake. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, January 9th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Missing Boeing, Indonesia jet carrying 62 goes missing on domestic flight, debris found off Jakarta coast. 1,000 new appointments filled up in minutes at Minute Maid Park COVID-19 vaccination clinic. U.S. Capitol rioters, alleged Trump supporters charged include man seen with Pelosi's lectern, horned QAnon promoter, WV lawmaker. It cost her life. Trump supporter who died from apparent trampling in U.S. Capitol riots followed QAnon, family says. Black leaders say racism evident in police response to Capitol attack. Winter storm watch issued for several northern counties outside of Houston until Monday. United Airlines joins American, Delta in grounding emotional support animals. No winner in Mega Millions, Powerball jackpot $470 million for Saturday. Cancer survivor running Aramco half marathon for dad who lost his own battle. Private first class faces court-martial on sexual assault charge involving dead soldier at Fort Bliss. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. The latest, expanded wild card weekend begins at Buffalo. Miami hires Travis Robinson as defensive backs coach. The latest, Senator wants crime scene evidence preserved. Browns get back 3 players off COVID list to face Steelers. Lucky few Bills fans eager to cheer on team from stands. Under Ryan Day, Ohio State's offense and QBs have taken off. Matthew Barzal agrees to contract, back on ice with Islanders. Lock closes in on another World Cup overall luge title. U.S. motions expand drug claims against Honduras president. NHL embarks on season that will be like 56 playoff games. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Metro North worker suspended after raiding U.S. Capitol building. Coronavirus updates, 3 more cases of COVID-19 variant found in NY, says Cuomo. NYPD officer shoot and stun knife-wielding man in Queens domestic incident. Cuomo's bill package to fix NY's poor track record in certifying elections mirrors state senates. An atrocious attack, NYPD probes Confederate flag tied on Museum of Jewish Heritage's door. Extra extra, SVU pledges to hire as many Broadway actors as possible. Capitol Hill police officer killed in riot with NJ National Guard veteran. As Rockaway Boardwalk changes hands, uncertain future for Rippers, Caracas, and others. Older New Yorkers, police, firefighters, teachers may get vaccines starting on Monday. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. The next headlines are from Observer.com. How vulnerable is the Capitol building's art collection to another attack? Isamu Noguchi's quest for the perfect ashtray. What the greatest hits of the WandaVision team tell us about the show. The seedy chess world of Queen's Gambit is the show's masterstroke. 10 best turmeric supplements to treat inflammation, arthritis, fatigue and more. The best new TV and movies to watch this weekend. Caleb Lindsay, Identity Politics, COVID-19, and the Future of Performance Art. COVID relief, Pfizer vaccine works on mutations found in UK, South Africa, study. Richard Serra's repeatedly vandalized cover work has been damaged again. Prince Harry and Meghan are happier than ever with their new life in Montecito. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.28999,996 mag was detected near Pahala in Hawaii. Minor earthquake, 3.41 mag has occurred near Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. Light earthquake, 4.1 mag was detected near Iquique in Chile. Minor earthquake, M3.6 quake has struck near Haines Junction in Canada. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag has occurred near the Fiji Islands. Minor earthquake, M3 quake has struck near El Indio in Texas. Light earthquake, 4.8 mag was detected near Tua Confederated States. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag was detected near the Fiji Islands. Minor earthquake, 3.5 mag has occurred near Haines Junction in Canada. Minor earthquake, 2.84 mag has occurred near Petrolia in CA. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Tales of the 21st century, Rohingyas without home. Storming of Capitol Hill reminiscent of a banana republic. Was it a coup? No, but siege on U.S. Capitol was the election violence of a fragile democracy. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. No surprise, Trump left many clues he wouldn't go quietly. Was Giuliani photographed with Capitol rioter Jake on Gelly? Did Ivanka Trump promote Trump News Network on Parler? Family, Trump supporter who died followed QAnon conspiracy. Did Twitter censor 1984 hashtag? Did the Queen reveal an upsetting truth about Archie? Videos show fatal shooting during rampage at the Capitol. He's on his own, some Republicans begin to flee from Trump. FBI arrests Arkansas man from photo inside Pelosi's office. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. False claims of fraud in Georgia runoffs. Fact-checking the Electoral College debate. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. These Soma pajamas are the best pajamas I've ever worn, hands down. Here's everything we love from Brooklyn all in one place. Kim Jong-un finally offers his response to U.S. election, more nukes. Arizona nurse Nicole Kohler's vaccine was delayed, now she has COVID. How Emma Corrin brought Princess Diana to thrilling life on the crown. Progressives, our time is now, mention, not so fast. Here's how to pardon-proof the cases against the MAGA rioters. Elijah McClain protesters speak out on attempted cop kidnapping charges. Vanessa Kirby's Oscar run may be ruined by Sheila Booth. The next headlines are from the New York Post. These three new thrillers set in ski resorts will chill you to the bone. Who will get what if Kim Kardashian and Kanye West divorce? Bruce Lee's Warrior series is finally streaming on HBO Max. Doe school probed for attendance of phantom student, grade fraud. Woman discovers shocking truth of maternity home where she gave birth. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. I, the beginning to the end of the universe. I, inflating the cosmos. Meet the Milky Way's neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy. I, the sky this week. I, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury jockey for position. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Meet the black female scientists on the forefront of COVID-19 vaccine development. Mercury, Jupiter and Saturn meet for rare triple conjunction. Space object likely came from alien world, Harvard professor says. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. The Earth has been spinning faster lately. Mysterious triangular shape spotted in Area 51 hangar as spy agencies set to reveal UFO secrets in next 6 months. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Dave Creek, animator for Bob's Burgers, dies of skydiving accident at 42. Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip received COVID vaccine. Scaramucci tweet taunts Trump, who has no way to answer. Historic blizzard in Spain kills 5, leaves thousands trapped in cars, train stations, airports. The Times, they are cha-chinging. Iconic musicians like Bob Dylan and Neil Young are cashing in. Florida man arrested for carrying House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's podium out of U.S. Capitol during Trump-inspired riot. Indonesia plane feared to have crashed shortly after takeoff from capital city of Jakarta. Ted Lumpkin, original Tuskegee Airman, dies from COVID-19 at 100. Massive fire rips through hospital in western India, killing 10 infants. Lehigh University quickly votes to revoke Donald Trump honorary degree. The following headlines are from military.com. Libyan minister hopes for support from Biden. Governor Inslee calls up National Guard as protests planned for start of Washington legislature. Blue Eyes, a retired Naval Academy goat mascot, has died. Lebanon's Hezbollah blasts U.S. democracy over Capitol riot. U.S. intel community expands with Space Force unit. National Guard troops deploying to D.C. will come with lethal weapons. Air Force demotes former general as IG report reveals details of illicit affair. Pentagon begins process to purge Confederate names from military bases, property. North Korea threatens to build more nukes, cites U.S. hostility. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. At least 3 wounded, including a teenage boy, since Friday afternoon in separate shootings on South, West sides. New Cook County Circuit Court clerk wants to leave her predecessor's era behind, focused on updating the nation's second-largest court system. Longtime advocate for community and lightning rod for critics, the Reverend Michael Flegger forced to watch others carry on his work. With CPS students returning to school starting Monday, parents weigh kids' safety against educational needs. It's a horrible situation to be in. Column, shocking, sad, shameful, inevitable, how to describe the insurrection at the Capitol. Governor J.B. Pritzker proposes quashing tax breaks for businesses as General Assembly returns to Springfield. Cook County Sheriff's deputy dragged by vehicle during traffic stop, police say. Suburban police departments are being flooded with reports of fraudulent unemployment benefit claims. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 9,277 new cases and 126 more deaths reported. Chicago using COVID-19 tests that FDA warns may give false negatives. Take the vaccine. Reverend Jesse Jackson receives a COVID-19 shot and addresses hesitancy in minority communities. The following headlines are from FIS.org. 2020, another grim year for Brazilian Amazon. One Planet Summit kickstarts year of crucial environment talks. Mexican farmers find rare female statue in citrus grove. NIST publishes a beginner's guide to DNA origami. Researchers take key step toward cleaner, more sustainable production of hydrogen. Researchers collaborate to aid coral reef restoration. Unraveling the mystery that makes viruses infectious. Child marriage is legal and persists across Canada. Bacteria can tell the time. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, January 9th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How we discovered a number 0. Beyond the laughs, The Office delivers some hard science, but how does it hold up? Arecibo is dead. Should we build its replacement on the moon? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. AP sourced, Schwarber, Nationals agree to 1 year, $10 deal. Trump pressured Georgia to find the fraud in earlier call. Explainer, who has been charged in the deadly Capitol riot? AP sourced, former Washington QB Haskins to visit Panthers. French rugby clubs told to defer games against British sides. Freeze, Pines added to US U23 roster, replace Ochoa, or Araujo. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. San Jose police arrest man after hours-long standoff. The latest, FAA warns unruly passengers to behave on flights. The latest, Pope says he has appointment for COVID-19 shot. Kurtenbach, the Warriors have an $80 million problem. Coronavirus, California records deadliest day in the pandemic, cases increasing. San Leandro, Good Samaritan killed in early morning I-880 crash. Democrats plan lightning Trump impeachment, want him out now. Campbell Community briefs for the week of January 15th. Milpitas Community briefs for the week of January 15th. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Trump's son says social media blackout of President Trump is sick and sad. Officials tour possible Space Command site in Albuquerque. Minnesota reports 2,489 new COVID-19 cases, 43 more deaths. Report finds Vegas area logged 33% jump in homicides in 2020. Some Dartmouth students to return, rapid tests at RI Airport. Des Moines man arrested in U.S. Capitol building riot. Coast Guard searches for man who fell off cargo ship. Child dies from injuries sustained in Spokane house fire. 50% of new COVID-19 infections transmitted from patients with no symptoms, study. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Montana tribes hard hit by COVID-19 brace for Republican takeover. America is not exceptional. Its history of violence cannot be denied. After Pelosi threatens impeachment unless Trump resigns, Biden says he supports what the Congress decides. Rep Cori Bush on Republicans who fueled attack on Capitol, that blood is on all of their hands. Donald Trump unleashed his cult on American democracy. New York's prison transfers increased COVID-19 risk for sick, elderly men. Republican congressman legitimizes violence as response to election dispute. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, January 9th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Transition metal cocktail helps make brand new superconductors. Ferroptosis resistance in cancer, an emerging crisis of new hope. Bats with white nose syndrome prefer suboptimal habitats despite the consequences. Measuring racial inequities in COVID-19 testing. Engineers find antioxidants improve nanoscale visualization of polymers. Preserving workers' hearing health by improving earplug efficiency. Research finds increased trust in government and science amid pandemic. Latinas mothers, often essential workers, report COVID-19 took toll. NIST publishes a beginner's guide to DNA origami. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Ex-Blackhawks goalie Corey Crawford announces retirement, won't play for Devils after all. Where to recycle your Christmas tree in Chicago. Bulls rookie Patrick Williams continues putting a lot on his chest. Man charged with attempted murder in Englewood shooting. Deadly pro-Trump siege focuses attention on Capitol Police. A farewell to @real Donald Trump, gone after 57,000 tweets. Chicago Police Union president apologizes for his defense of pro-Trump mob. More charges in Capitol riot include man at Pelosi's desk, another with 11 Molotov cocktails. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Over 40% of COVID-19 deaths in Missouri happened in the last 2 months. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Lawsuit accuses some professor of racist, misogynistic behavior. Michigan man arrested for making bomb threat that closed Capitol building. Michigan native Ronna McDaniel re-elected as RNC chairwoman. Detroit's historic Bluebird Inn won't be demolished after all. Michigan Democrats condemn D.C. violence and call for resignations. Betsy DeVos resigns just as talks of removing Trump via the 25th Amendment gain serious traction. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, January 9th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Federal judge rules against City of Houston in Harding Strait rape case. Rice moves all classes online, delays student move and thanks to COVID-19 surge. Cruz faces fury from Houstonians and Democratic foes after DC mob chaos. Openings and closings, good vibes burgers Pearland, lefties cheesesteaks. Rockets will have a long, slow road to improvement. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, score half-off eats at the new Carinas. Betting odds on next Houston Texans head coach. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, one night in Miami. Houston's underground music venues are leery about stimulus grants. The next headlines are about world records making news. Passages, Ethan Anderson, University of Delaware swimmer, dies at 20, Swimming World magazine. New Orleans sailor Ryan Finn seeks world record on New York-San Francisco trip, NOLA.com. Presents, Q&A with Northwestern's coach Katie Robinson, Swimming World News, Swimming World magazine. KGF2 teaser breaks YouTube world record, will it beat Bahubali, India.com. From Everest to Antarctica, why world record-breaking explorer and scout Scotland President Molly Hughes wants to help young people build resilience, The Courier. Ian O'Riordan, spiky running debate now sounds so 2020, The Irish Times. Rishabh Pant breaks this world record of Sir Vivian Richards in Sydney Test, and he is only 23, DNA India. Twitch will refresh the PogChamp emote image every 24 hours, Engadget. Shortest highway, Stefan Mandachis mini motorway sets world record Academy. World's largest sticker ball, created by Vermont company, on display in Burlington, WPTZ. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Early WandaVision impressions suggest the Marvel series is as good as it is weird. Marvel's Moon Knight series has 2 new directors. Saturday's best deals, 65-inch Roku 4K TV, water flosser, ergonomic massage gaming chair, knit cap sets, fast iPhone 12 charger, and more. Media rights from the beginning of the solar system may have carried water quite recently. Drown out a chaotic news cycle for a minute with your favorite shows on this $400 Westinghouse 65-inch Roku TV. Google kicks Parler off its App Store, and Apple may soon follow suit. Twitter doesn't like piracy, even when it's in a public service. Jack offs Trump. Twitter cracks down on QAnon accounts for rolling Capitol riot. Supreme Court asked to consider if Fifth Amendment protects passwords. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mandorah in Australia at 111.56 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojibwakan in Russia at minus 62.5 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 52.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The immune system and COVID, it's still confusing. What to expect from the first ever virtual says. Google bans Parler from Android App Store. Donald Trump has finally earned a permaban from Twitter. Motorola shovels the 2021 Moto G lineup onto the market. Reddit's largest remaining Trump community banned for inciting violence, updated. Michael Flynn and Sidney Powell banned from Twitter and QAnon purge. Dominion voting suing Kraken lawyer Sidney Powell for $1.3 billion. FBI arrests Republican lawmaker who stormed Capitol with pro-Trump mob. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump will get the cold shoulder from law firms if he is charged with sedition, ex-RNC official. Liberty University the lone holdout after every other college strips Trump of honorary degrees. Ex-prosecutor raises concerns about Trump possibly pardoning Capitol rioters. Busted, Trump called second Georgia official and demanded fine the fraud in election totals. Twitter issues ominous warning of more pro-Trump violence to come, report. Trump's loss of social media accounts has him scrambling to stay the center of attention, CNN. Full scrub of Trump loyalists in government needed to protect Joe Biden, security expert. Could Trump pardon himself for his involvement in the Capitol siege? Legal experts weigh in. Republican lawmakers caught helping pro-Trump mobs at U.S. Capitol, Oregon Steakhouse. Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley's presidential hopes crippled after election stunt led to Capitol violence, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Even Trump loyalists can no longer defend his legacy. No, looting is not akin to overthrowing the government. Big Tech is purging Trump world's biggest conspiracy theorists. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 8 update. Worker advocates rally around Biden's Labor Department pick. How lawmakers failed Jacob Blake. Climate change is slowly turning our cities into saunas. Twitter just suspended Donald Trump permanently. House Democrats take a step necessary for a swift impeachment. Podcast Extra, I was at the Capitol when the siege began. I was threatened for being a reporter. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. The legend of skunk ape creeps up the East Coast, ABC News 4. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Extremely boring aliens, Scientific American. Space object likely came from alien world, Harvard professor says, WTOP. Studio Canal ramps up its feel-good lineup with Canal Plus original series UFOs, Variety. Mad minute stories from Thursday, January 7th, nationalkhq.com, KHQ right now. Harvard astronomer believes alien debris passed Earth in 2017 9 News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. NASA Space Line Current Awareness List number 931 January 8, 2021, Space Life Science Research Results, Space Ref. Headspace Guide to Meditation, Can Netflix Deliver Enlightenment in 20 Minutes, The Guardian. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Massive Science Year in Review, 2020 edition, Massive Science. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, January 9th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, January 9th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.